Welcome back to episode 356 of the Bad Taste Video Podcast. I'm Mike. I'm here with my man Grizz. He's wearing a very appropriate shirt right now because we are covering the Gates of Hell trilogy from 1980/1981. A Lucio Fulci spectacular, I guess you could say. Something that I've said that I may have a degree in is these three movies. I feel like I watched the fuck out of them. You said before we went on the air that these are three movies that we really never spoke about together. Maybe in passing in other episodes, but never directly about them. We'll probably never do them individually since we did these before in podcast form. But before we get into that, let's hit that intro. Yeah, I love it. That's my jam, dude. That's my jam. Mike repping the corn tracksuit. Yes. Yeah. Actually,
he is, dude.
This is a rain jacket. This actually isn't a tracksuit, unfortunately. My friend at work I'm sitting there like crouched down doing the Slav squat. He's like, dude.
I was going to say, dude, you need one of those fucking like Peaky Blinder hats on it.
Not even. Really, anything but a Bucky's hat would probably work in this situation, but that immediately places me in the United States. But, Grizz, I am fucking pumped to be talking about the Gates of Hell trilogy. City of the Living Dead / the Gates of Hell, the Beyond / Seven Doors of Death, Seven Doors to Death, and then House by the Cemetery, aka House by the Cemetery.
I am as well, but before we do that, I need to say that I had a weird sequence of like events yesterday that happened, and like I kind of almost like had a pretty gnarly accident that I could have potentially have been like pretty badly hurt.
That's scary. Okay.
But it also led to like some weird fucking series of events, man. Right?
Okay, please enlighten me.
So I was working on a stove. It was a gas stove, right? And there is a hookup line inside of this stove for the gas line that I'm taking off. I did not realize that the other people that I was working with had not already killed the gas, as I had instructed, hopefully, them to do. So I'm undoing the fucking gas thing on this thing, and in the dumb sequence of events, my hip hits the sparker on the fucking stove front, and a huge fireball completely like fills my entire fucking body, dude.
Holy shit, man.
My beard's pretty short right now compared to what it was. All the fucking hair on my arms is gone, right? My eyelashes are pretty short, dude. Like I had to like take some scissors and like cut the burns out. Yeah, dude. Like it fucking threw me back. Like
holy
it legit
shit.
Exploded in my face, right? So that was fucked. That sucked. But otherwise, like, dude, didn't get burned. Just
you made out
hairless. You know?
Sort of like, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it could have been way worse. My beard could have been. I could have came in looking like you today. Like it could have been fucked.
Hey,
you know,
it's all right, man.
Worst things could happen, dude.
Worst things could happen.
But like that was only the beginning of the weirdness. So like from there later, like everybody, we're all joking about it. Later on in the afternoon, I'm messaging some of my buddies that's seen it happen. Goofy fucking videos about it. Fire Marshal Bill from In Living Color videos and shit, right? Yeah, Around the exact same time that we're sending these text messages, a house in a local suburb of here fucking explodes from a natural gas leak, dude.
Wow.
Completely fucking explodes.
Dude, that one was meant for you.
What a weird fucking series of events throughout my day that like all had to do with pretty much the exact same thing.
That's scary as fuck, man. I had that happen with a barbecue once. I'm younger with my dad out in the back doing like the barbecue, getting it ready or whatever. And it was nighttime. It was dark. Yeah. And like, it's not fucking sparking. It's not sparking. My dad's like a pretty like straightforward dude
for sure.
Well, like, yeah, but like he's normally very careful about shit. He's like me, like very calculated when like doing something. And for whatever reason, the gas settled in the bottom or whatever. And it finally fucking ignites. And I just remember the fireball that came out of that thing. Just like, you know, like when you could feel, like you feel the pressure of it. Like, it's not even the heat. It's like you feel like a force against your body. Just like looking at each other like, holy shit. But I couldn't imagine.
I am like smooth though, dude. Like I've never felt my arms this fucking nice before, dude.
I mean, in my 20s, I used to shave my body, but
full down.
Yeah, well, you know, as much as trying to do the chest and the arms and shit in the back with Gucci Mike. How do I look, man? Slick. Yeah, do I look good? Do I look like a greased pig right now? Am I good?
Solid.
But dude, I couldn't imagine that happening. Were you in the enclosed space? Like, were you in the? Oh, dude, I couldn't imagine that. That's scary as fuck.
It blew me the fuck back, dude.
That's scary.
But I'm good. Like,
look,
no
you're here now.
Wear.
You're going to talk about a bunch of accidents.
I didn't even leave work.
Dude, you should have fucking ran out of there and called for an ambulance. All that shit.
That's all I need.
Fuck yeah. But Grizz,
Gates of Hell trilogy, bro.
We're gonna start. We're gonna start at the beginning. The Gates of Hell, aka City of the Living Dead. This is a movie. I'm trying to think if I saw this before or after The Beyond. To be honest, I can't remember at this point. But I feel like this is probably the second most watched of mine out of the trilogy. When I say like, let me pop on a Fulci movie, at least one of these. I would say I watched City of the Living Dead probably the second most out of all of them.
Out of the trilogy.
Yeah, out of the trilogy. Everybody knows I watch Zombie the most. That's my number one Fulci film.
Before let's talk about this real quick. What, as far as like Fulci films go, since we're going to be talking about these three, do any of these three films fall into your top three favorite Fulci films?
Definitely The Beyond. And if I guess maybe, I guess City / Gates of Hell would be
in your top three as well.
Yeah.
So you'd be Zombie,
The Beyond, right? Yeah, and then cool. Gates of Hell, yeah.
Mine is similar. Zombie number one, of course. New York Ripper number two for me, dude. Fucking love that movie. But then City of the Living Dead, is my third. Yeah, Beyond, I used to fucking love. It's we'll talk about it. It's kind of fallen off a little bit for me though, man.
Yeah, we'll get into that once we get into our next movie here. But let's hit the trailer. Let's hit the title card first. Yeah, we got the title card of all three movies here because all three of them have awesome soundtracks. Yeah. That's something we'll also maybe at the end we'll decide who has the best of these three. But City of the Living Dead has a very memorable soundtrack / score. Is it an ominous as fuck title card track also?
I love the fucking just simplicity of that title card. Black fucking white writing.
Well, that's a big Fulci thing. A lot of his movies, it's just a plain title card.
It's good, man.
Look at that shit. Remember, this is
macaroni and cheese. I love her.
This is a Halloween movie, remember? So this is all happening on... the culmination is fucking All Souls Day, right? Or whatever the fuck it's called. So House by the Cemetery. This all starts with a priest hanging himself in a graveyard, which sets off a series of events. I guess this would be the start of the whole trilogy, right? This kicks off the opening of the Gates of Hell. pretty
this movie fucking rules.
I was gonna say pretty fucking crazy opening. We have a ton of clips this week, so we're gonna be rolling through these. But as we see here, the local priest hangs himself in this fucking creepy, foggy cemetery.
Bro, the way this fucking looks, this scene is the best part of any movie ever filmed to me.
You like this? You like
this music?
The classical guitar.
Bro.
This right here, like you see, you see the psychic's like eye. You see the priest hanging. This right here,
that shot right there, that long shot, dude, get out of here. That's one of the coolest fucking things ever filmed in any movie ever, in my opinion. Dude.
One thing 100%. I will say, to start this trilogy out like this, like immediately, you're turning off probably a quarter of the people that put it on immediately are just like, nope. Once they see the priest hanging himself.
Turning on the right people 100% for your films, dude. Like, if you're already sold into this, you're going to fucking love this entire film, in my opinion.
I remember being like pretty shocked first seeing that. Like, holy shit, like this is
going to be heavy, bro.
This is going to be fucking crazy. Because these movies are the type of movies where you hear about them and they're literally as crazy as you fucking heard. Like, they may surpass what you hear. People forget certain things. It's not like when you're a kid watching like Nightmare on Elm Street where you think it's going to be the scariest fucking thing in the world, but really it's a borderline PG-13 film. These are fucking nuts, and they keep getting more nuts with all the new releases because they keep like finding new fucking footage. Yeah. They're cleaning up things that were cut or they were only in certain releases of the movie.
When was for this film in particular, do you remember the first time you saw this movie?
No.
You really don't know? No shit.
I have no idea when the first time I saw this was.
I can absolutely tell you the first time I saw this movie. It was Christmas Day of 2000. I specifically asked for this DVD. It came out that year, a few months prior to that, dude. I still have the fucking City of the Living Dead Anchor Bay DVD. Yeah. I'm pretty sure this was like one of the first releases. Oh yeah,
I have the so now let's get into this because I have a ton of these tapes. City of the Living Dead, aka The Gates of Hell, depending on when it was released, where it was released. Anchor Bay, just like the Dawn of the Dead release, the disco one, they put out like a widescreen version of the Gates of Hell trilogy. And actually, I think they did most of the Fulci movies in this format. But these movies, 1000%, these are the versions to find. If you want to just watch it on tape, like you just want a good VCR version, these Anchor Bay ones are fucking awesome.
They look incredible.
Yeah, same with the Beyond and all that. This is the only one that I have still of these because I ended up having to, I thinned some stuff out. I kept the original shit, but these Anchor Bay ones, of any of them, any movie that they put out in these widescreen versions, awesome.
All the Evil Dead things they did widescreen of and stuff like that, those are all fucking awesome as well.
We'll go kind of backwards here. There's another, I guess, what year is this? This one. I think this is sometime from the 90s, I believe. They put out the Creature Feature Gates of Hell tape. It's the the one that you would see pretty much this and back. Yeah. You start seeing it as the Gates of Hell. Now this is also a decent version to watch. It is what it is. It's like a fucking low budget release from the 90s.
That's like the version I had for a long time on VHS. That was like my main copy when I started like heavily collecting tapes.
Yeah, I would say this is probably the most common version that I see people with. 100%. Probably the most abundant. Now, here's where we get to the fun shit. Paragon Video released The Gates of Hell back in the 80s originally. There was a big box version and then multiple slipcase versions, and I keep finding random other slipcase versions released by Paragon. So the big box version is sick. It's just,
I love that.
When I think of the Gates of Hell VHS, this is what I think of. I think of the Paragon big box. I
think of big box VHS horror movies. That's the cover I think of, honestly.
Yeah, even imagine seeing this in the video store. You got the priest on the back, like hanging the girl fucking bleeding from the eyes and all that. Now they also have a very similar release, which I actually like this one. Paragon also released that same exact looking one, but in a slipcase. Yep. So now this is where we're going to start getting a little bit, a little wonky here. Yeah. So this is the one, actually, I see this the least amount out of all of them.
Yeah, surprisingly. I've seen the big box more than I see.
I feel like this is the most rare of the Paragon Gates of Hell releases. I don't see many people with this one for whatever reason. Then we have there's like the standard Paragon, right? Like this one's all right. There's also like one of those budget releases from like the 90s or whatever, the porno store ones that are like B stock that look like they're bootlegs.
XCVI.
No. They still say Paragon and everything, but apparently they look like bootlegs. I always thought they were bootlegs, but apparently they're real. Somebody, really? At the end, like the Camp Video thing where they just sold the rights to everything, just try to make money at the end. They're technically like real, like they're legit first runs, but
they're also shit quality.
Yeah. And then we have the other Paragon release that's in the border, which this is like the classic Paragon video look.
I love that one.
Yeah, I like all these ones that are in this sort of border also because they look cool next to each other. There's like Ruckus, Funeral Home, all that shit. Like, I think Night Beast also.
Night Beast is in there.
I love these City of the Living Dead Gates of Hell tapes. This is probably one of the other. I have a few Beyond releases here that I'll show you, and I only have one House by the Cemetery release, but you can't beat the OG on that one. But Grizz, City of the Living Dead, this priest hangs himself, which causes the gates of hell to open, especially in this small town of Dunwich, right? This is all happening.
Basically like a Salem kind of thing, witch burners.
Yeah. Also, I guess a reference to like an H.P. Lovecraft reference too. Yeah. But I love the casting in this. The guy that plays Bob, Giovanni Lombardo Radici, who's also in Cannibal Ferox. He's in a couple, other Italian horror movies. You definitely, when you see him, you know right away. But he plays like this fucking weirdo that's like running around town who's like ghastly white also, right? Like his complexion is in this movie is fucking insane. But like everybody in the town thinks he tried to like harm a kid at one point, but apparently it wasn't. It was bullshit, right? They're just like, this guy's a weirdo. But I love his character in this. I also love how he goes down. Because the gates of hell opened, the city, just like in like a Stephen King novel, the city itself is starting to be affected by it. The inhabitants are starting to become like slightly fucking crazy, right? Yeah. They're starting to lose it. And this Bob character gets caught in this dude's fucking garage. He's just trying to like get out of the rain or whatnot, smoking a J with the daughter. And the dad flips the fuck out and he puts him on like the lathe and just fucking, god damn, man. What do you think about this?
This is probably one of the best scenes of the entire film. It's probably one of Fulci's best scenes in general. I honestly think this is up there with some of the most iconic eyeball things that he's done that, we'll see some of those today. This to me is more brutal in a sense than any of the eyeball stuff. This is fucking awesome, dude. Classic Fulci suspension build with the object slowly coming towards the person.
What an effect,
the first time
right?
I'm watching this, I'm thinking, is this actually going to fucking fully penetrate this dude's skull? Is this drill bit really going to fucking destroy this dude?
Yeah, look, and how it like he moves the head onto the bit more.
Yeah, and it
comes out the other side. I love this effect.
Shot.
Yeah, there's the effect of the bit still spinning, but in one side and out the other, you still see it moving on both sides. That's a fucking great effect.
What makes it fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Is that it's still fucking it's easy to pull off. the stopped fucking blade or a stopped drill bit, anything through that. But to have it still like perfectly synced up in motion is such an attention to detail to get that gore perfect, man. That's so lovely.
Even in HD, it looks good. A lot of these tapes, a lot of these movies look better on tape because it hides some of the imperfections to the effects. This one still looks fucking awesome in HD.
And you'll see that today where it's like, okay, obviously this is a sculpture that we're looking at. We're on VHS
of some sort,
you wouldn't notice it as much, man. So.
Yeah, you're watching it on a 12-inch TV on a VCR, right? An unclean VCR. Come the fuck on. I like the aspect of this movie where if you see the priest, you die in like a terrible way. You know what I mean? Like something fucked up happens to you. There's the one scene.
Where does the chat rank the drill bit kill as far as like your all-time favorite fucking Fulci kills? And like, if not, like what is like some of your favorite death scenes, not just in these films, but like all the Fulci stuff, man? Like what's the most Fulci death you could fucking think
and
of?
Don't say the zombie eye fucking thing, because that's just that's overplayed. I'll accept zombie neck rip in the graveyard.
That's a good call.
I'll take that one. That's mine. That's dude. If you have the Japanese version of that tape, it turns blue when that scene happens because of the blood.
Really?
Yeah, it's like really fucking strange. I don't know. But Grizz, we don't have the clip here because you've probably seen it a million times and it's actually floating over our heads apparently at some points. But when the woman like pukes up her guts in the car, like that's a classic, man. Yeah, that's a classic scene. Michael Suave is the fucking boyfriend. You'll see him later in Demons, right? He's a fucking maniac, which is fucking great.
I absolutely love Catherine McCall, who is in all of these movies, and I love that that's the case because like these movies are not associated with one another. I mean, they're like associated because they're a trilogy, but they're not like the story doesn't continue. You don't have to see the other one to understand what's going on in the next one, kind of a thing.
Yeah, they're loosely connected.
Yeah, it's all based on a similar plot of a bigger story. Yeah. But I love that she's like a main character almost in like each one of these films because it is like a connecting thread, even more like this familiar face that you can continue to see in these stories, man. It's a cool casting choice.
Some metaphysical fucking crazy shit.
Fuck, dude.
So let's see. We got some people saying Conquistador throat bite. Yeah, that's mine. The hot wax acid burn meltdown in the Beyond. That's another good one.
That's
drill
was going to be one of my top choices.
But the chick puking her guts up. That's another good one. Yeah, there's a ton out there.
There it is right there.
There it is. Yeah, boom. Puking up that fucking spaghetti. But I like the whole aspect that they have to figure out what's going on. They have to go find Father Thomas's body or whatnot before Halloween, is over, or else the gates are completely open and all these zombies come back to life. What do you think, man? Is this like a zombie movie? Is this like a supernatural zombie movie? Because like all of the people besides the ghost of the Father Thomas act like zombies.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think that they're
and he looks rather normal. Like he just has like a ghostly pallor, but everybody else looks fucked up. Like they look like they were
people. Like they're decayed as if they're the dead. So I'm going to definitely, dude, zombie for sure.
Supernatural zombie film.
I was just gonna say, but there's obviously the supernatural aspect. Supernatural zombie,
because it's weird. It's like also a little bit of a slasher, a little bit of everything. Murder mystery. Who done it?
It's called making a perfect film, Mike. That's what this is called.
There's like some shit that just kind of goes out to like into left field with these movies, but it's just so good. Like it's just you don't care. I don't need a complete wrap up of things, right?
Dude, these movies are confusing at best, for sure. But they're amazing.
Yeah.
It's Italian horror.
Yeah, I agree. But like as this movie goes on, I find it kind of funny that like the town is getting picked off one by one. There's a bar that they keep going to where the guys are just like, fuck it, I'm not going anywhere. Fuck it. And then eventually, like when they think like, oh, it's time to go, they get basically like butt fucked by a whole gaggle of ghouls, right? They only figure it's time.
By a gaggle of ghouls is probably going to be a song that I write on a fucking gore grind.
I was gonna say that's gonna be a slam song, maybe.
That's fucking poetic, dude.
I do like that they only decide it's time to leave when the foundation cracks. Like, yeah, I guess it's time to go.
Appropriate decision to make at that point.
I wish we had the clip. I should have told you to take that clip when they get the newscast, like the radio fucking warning, and they're just like,
With you, I should have known. I should have taken the newscast anyways. That's like your favorite thing in any movie ever.
I think I like those so much because it's like you'll never really hear something like that in real life. You know what I mean? Like something supernatural in that case. Like, yeah, you'll get like a tornado watch, a tornado warning and stuff where we are.
But you're not going to hear about fucking ghouls butt fucking you like Mike.
Yeah, they're not saying like don't exit your house, stay indoors. Things are fucking killing people in the streets. Like
that'd be gnarly though, dude.
Yeah,
right?
that would be. I'd be good to go. I mean, I wouldn't be worried about. I ain't scared.
We're good.
I ain't scared or nothing. Please put my headset on. I'm gonna be looking like Rainbow Six.
This, so.
Yeah. Call me Solid Snake, dog. I'm coming.
We're going out like fucking Jesse Ventura and fucking Predator.
Yeah, I have 2 of those hats, so yeah, I'm good to go. I do like the ending of this film. When like all the corpses are coming back to life in this underground crypt, but then they just kind of start like exploding because they find the priest's body to destroy.
Bro, is this not one of the most epic burn scenes in any fucking film ever?
I love it.
Like the length of it, the amount of people burning at different times. This is fucking epic, dude.
The music
makes it.
Oh, look, his face is like
Crispy
melting.
Face, yeah, dude, awesome. This final shot right there.
Yeah. They're like, fuck it, throw it all on. I love that scene too. It's also the music makes all of these, right? It's like such odd synth music.
City of the Living Dead has probably one of the best soundtracks. It has my favorite soundtrack out of the 3, for sure.
I think
that opening title song is.
I think The Beyond has my favorite soundtrack.
I knew you were going to say that. You specifically,
but it doesn't have my favorite of all the songs.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I like that. It's a little different.
We'll get to that. But that was House by the Cemetery. Has kind of a weird ending. What do you think about that? Fucking the kid coming back, and then like it just because the real story is that the negative was destroyed on accident. So like the planned ending had to be like changed. So really they just animated like that weird cutting effect, right?
I mean, that's not the strongest ending. I don't think most of these movies have a very strong ending, in my opinion. I'm not for these movies in particular. I'm really not in it for the ending.
The Beyond has a good, actually no, because The Beyond has a good ending. It's like it makes sense, quote unquote, like it makes sense. Well, yeah. Well, that one I can explain that one.
Talk about that.
And House by the Cemetery has an ending that makes sense.
Okay.
So I feel like just this one, they because they fucked up the negative, it like messed it up. I think they could have just ended the movie right after like the burning of all the corpses and just like
that's 100% the end of the movie.
Just fade to black, right? You don't need anything. Hit the scream and hit the fucking the title card music.
Another amazing fucking scene in this movie that we forgot to mention. We don't have a clip of it or anything, but the maggot storm. One of the fucking coolest things.
Oh yeah, Alan Kintation just said that my favorite is when the maggots blow through the window onto everything. Apparently that was real.
Yeah. That is, Alan, you're absolutely right, dude. That is one of the fucking wildest fucking things. And to know that it's real and it looks 100% real is fucking awesome. Man.
Fucking gross. So, Grizz, time to move on to the Beyond.
Here we go.
Here we go, man. The second film in the Gates of Hell trilogy, probably the most well-known out of all of them, right? Probably the most referenced.
I would say that.
Yeah. Let's hit that title card.
There she is.
This one's got like a nice... David Warbeck is also awesome. I like him. I like the fucking the acoustic guitar. Yeah.
Dude, have you ever watched a little bit of the actual Italian cut of this movie?
Of course.
I'm sure you have.
Of course.
The fucking, like, dude, Catherine McCall, when she's actually speaking Italian and delivering the lines in this movie, is, I wish I could understand it better. Because it's so much, dude, like, it's so much more powerful. Like, she has, like, so much more emotion when she's, like, into it with her, like, you know, when she's speaking Italian. I was watching clips of it and I was like, dude, holy fuck, man, this is so much more intense in this fucking language, dude.
Dude, see, you make me laugh. So we're gonna do what is that called? What's the Duolingo or whatever the fuck that is?
I've been working, dude. I'm learning it, dude. That's why I say I can understand some shit.
There we go. Here we go. Now I got some Beyond VHS tapes before we get into the movie. We have, it's from the Netherlands.
I fucking love that, bro.
That has the awesome, you see that poster in Europe a lot with the Catherine McCall getting like her throat cut.
That copper fucking border, dude. That shit looks awesome.
Now we'll go to my favorite.
That is the most epic one.
The Japanese release in the glass case. It's a slip case. But wait. So the front has, you got Dickie on there with fucking Shrike on the thing. Fuck, now it's not. There we go.
You're getting crazy with it.
Look at the fucking spine of this.
That's pretty sweet.
Dude, look, it's got the book with the hands coming out. Yeah, this shit is awesome. That's actually, when you unfold this too.
I love that. Is that like foil? That's fucking
no. It's just shiny. But look, it's got like a little thing. But look.
So up until what I believe 1998, if you wanted to watch a movie in America on your VCR, and you wanted to watch the full Beyond cut of this movie, that is one of the most common ways to do it, was to get the Japanese version of it, because you could play it in your VCRs and you could actually see all the stuff that was edited out, because the only thing you could get, which is wild to think, up until fucking 1998, the only actual available release of this movie was the 7 Doors cut. And if you've seen that cut, now it's fucking terrible.
Now there's two. There is a Thriller video big box, 7 Doors of Death, which I love the artwork of this. It looks like a
great artwork. Comic book.
Yeah, it looks like fuck, why can't I fucking think about it right now? An EC Comics, like an EC horror comic cover, like a Tales from the Crypt type thing. But this is one of those Thriller video big boxes that's not an Elvira tape. There's like this one, there's Cannibal Ferox, aka Make Them Die Slowly. I think Beyond, is there Buried Alive is another one. There's a few others. But this copy kind of sucks when you watch it. It's cut to shit. Not really that entertaining when it comes to,
if you've seen this one, if you've seen the original version before too, it's fucking 10 times worse, especially because the music is different.
Now here is an interesting one. The 7 Doors to Death, not 7 Doors of Death, 7 Doors to Death. This one is foil.
Give you that copy?
What? No, I bought this one on eBay a while back.
I'm not sure who I gave that copy to. I had a copy that
so this one has a foil front. That 7 Doors of to Death is in foil. I believe this one, when you watch it, it says Louis Fuller as the director. It doesn't say Lucio Fulci. It has an Americanized name. But this one is also cut to shit. But if I remember correctly, this has an alternate score.
That's the one that has a different soundtrack. It 100% does.
Yeah. So
which is still pretty good. It's a good score still. It's not a bad score. It's just not what you're expecting when you're watching it.
Some of the music is fucking better. Some of it's awesome. But this shit is just fucking, I love it. I love the artwork on these, not necessarily the releases themselves.
Yeah.
So
like I recently picked up the Grindhouse 4K. Or is this I can't remember what this one.
No, that's the regular. That's the regular Blu-ray.
2K.
Yeah, that's the regular Blu-ray. And now it
also comes with the fucking soundtrack in here, which was one of the best parts to have that, man.
Yeah, that was the original, the first
There is like a new one,
did.
right? That's like a 4K release.
Yeah, that's going to be fucking ridiculous, that one. That they just, I don't know if the pre-order is still going on, but that one's fucking going to be really good. Because even these versions look great.
I remember, this looks fucking amazing.
I remember me and Mainstream Mike pre-ordered those when they first came out. That had to be a while ago now, because that's two living situations ago.
Yeah, I order a lot of the grind. Like I have all like the cannibal movies and stuff that they did. And those releases are also fucking awesome, dude. You get all that extra shit in there.
Yeah, it's fucking sick to have the soundtrack. Now, the Beyond, you have Catherine McCall going down to Louisiana because she inherited a haunted hotel, basically, and gets caught up in a terrible vortex of hell, basically.
Well, the hotel just happens to be built on one of the fucking 7 gates, man. This is just a crazy coincidence for Catherine that she keeps winding herself up in these places, but here we are.
So now, do you think that this is one of those things where, like, her character in part 1, like, really is, like, just stuck in a loop of, like, hell and keeps having
I would love that if that was the case. Like, this is her, like, purgatory, is, like, dealing with, like, the 7 gates of hell over
just keep
and over
going
again.
through it. But I don't think that's the case.
No, I don't think so either. I just think that's a fun concept. This is definitely biting more into the Lovecraftian side of things in the actual storytelling of this.
I would agree with that.
My favorite aspect of this movie is the beginning flashback part where like you're kind of getting the backstory of what's going on. The painting that you kind of see foreshadowing a lot of stuff happening. It's just a cool setup for this movie.
Schweik, when they melt them with lye.
Yeah.
All right.
That shit's fucking wild. But this is also kind of that like same thing, like, you know, witch burning or, you know, what is it, like, you know, crowd justice of some kind or some shit that has done somebody wrong. That's opened up the fucking gates.
Yeah, they're going to come back now and exact revenge later on. I believe that original sequence is supposed to be 50 years before the current events, right?
That's it?
Yeah, I think it's only 50 years. Yeah, because think about it. The fucking painting's still there. Everything's like kind of still there. At one point, David Warbeck says that like, oh, nobody's lived in that house in 50 years. Where
yeah, he did say that at one point. You're right. But I'm just thinking, man, that looks like fucking 18 fucking, you know, 76 or some shit, dude. Like,
it's supposed to be like 1920s Louisiana, like New Orleans. Yeah, because I'm taking that the Beyond is supposed to take place in like the late 70s. Like, so.
Well, yeah.
So
that's when I thought this took place. For sure.
So 50 years before that would have been the 20s. That makes sense. They're dressed like, if you look at like a thing from New York City in the 20s, people are wearing hats like that and shit. Like,
I guess, man.
It's supposed to, dude, it's like fucking like backwoods justice and shit. Like they're floating down the bayou in their little fucking canoe. That shit's awesome, right? It's in sepia tone also. I like that.
So have you ever seen the colored version of it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's weird seeing it in color, dude.
It is.
It takes some of the vibe off of it.
I do like how it like delineates like the flashback from the rest of the movie by having it in, you know, differentiates the beginning, you know, with the sepia. Now, you know, like that is something separate from this, but it's still connected. I think it's one of the best openings for a horror film. I feel like you kind of get just enough of like the info of like, this seems like nobody's good here, or maybe somebody is and somebody isn't. I don't know, but
I love that there's aspects of it that if you're not paying attention to, play like big roles later on in the film and stuff, where you like on a second watch, you're like, oh shit, this painting that he's fucking painting right now is actually where they end up in the fucking end of this movie and shit. Like there's just so many kind of cool connections like that that you can make on more reviews of it instead of just like a first time watch. You're not going to get that usually.
You may or may not know this, but my favorite character in this is Joe the plumber. I feel like he has a lot to do in this movie. He's the first one to really get fucking killed by the house in current times. There's like a flood in the basement, which is insane when you see the amount of water that's down there. It just basically looks like it was an old fucking mill or something, right? The amount of fucking water moving. But he gets fucked up down there, right? By zombie Schweik.
Well, I mean, I guess if you call having one of your eyeballs fucking torn out of your face fucked up in classic Fulci stylings, of course.
It's like, this wall is like styrofoam melting with gasoline. Imagine hearing that noise. It's like yells from hell coming out of a hole. Oh my God, hand from hell comes out. Oh, the finger going behind the eyeball and pulling it out. Dun, 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 right? The fucking so Mortician good. Reference right there. I can't watch that fucking scene without thinking of Mortician now.
Just want to hear that fucking bass riff fucking kick in right there.
Yeah, that's fucking it. But that's how Joe the plumber starts his fucking journey into the beyond, getting finger fucked in his eye. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. But I like when he first comes back and he's like in that fucking, like in the tub. Right, like all disgusting, like in that dirty ass water.
I actually had to take two different clips of this, man, because there's two parts of this scene that are like so good. The initial reveal of him coming out of the water is one of the coolest fucking zombie reveals, man.
The other woman who like works in the house, who somehow looks 20 years younger in this scene than she did in the rest of it.
How slow he comes out of this is so cool.
Yeah. I'm making that noise. Kind of looks like the guitar player that left Mastodon.
Oh, yeah,
it's Brent Hines.
He does look like Brent Hines, yeah.
He's all waterlogged, right?
Yeah, that's how he looks now.
Dude, he does a lot of work in this fucking movie. Joe the plumber goes through fucking, he means business. Now we have a second clip.
He does good work, as you can see here. He's fucking hard working.
So he's like pushing this woman towards just a random spike sticking out of the wall, because all old houses have random spikes.
Yeah, like 5 right now.
But when he pushes her head against this, and you see like,
you're waiting there, that build up.
Yeah.
You could tell Peter
Jackson. Is somebody going to intervene and help her? Nope, it's a Fulci movie. Her eyeball pops out of the front of her head, and you see it.
Boom, dude.
Oh my God, what a fucking scene! Man.
I love the pouring of the blood out of the front of the eyeball from the nail penetration, man. Little details like that just look so nice.
Well, there's like that stabbing, right? That happens in. This is definitely not in the Seven Doors version. This actually might only be in like the extended ones. But
this pumping of blood out of the fucking neck hole, dude. This is so good.
Piece of rebar or some shit going through.
Getting stabbed in the tit must suck. I'm just saying, bro. You guys gotta knock the front. This one. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. That's so gnarly. That looks so good. And then he breaks it. Oh, this is the best part, dude. This is the best part.
Wait, what's that?
That's slow.
Wait, was that from House by the Cemetery? That might have been from.
Did we fucking? We mess up the clips.
Yeah, I just messed up the clips. That was from House by the Cemetery. Sorry, guys.
That looks so fucking good, dude. That blood fucking spraying out. I was like, I don't remember this part, but I remember. Like,
oh God! You know what? Fuck it. Let's just show the spiders.
Yeah.
Dude, there's a scene where the guy who's like he's like an architect, I guess. He's going to look at the plans for the house, and he goes to the library, falls off the ladder, paralyzes himself, and then gets eaten by fucking tarantulas. But
the great thing, the library is such a creep too. That fucking helps him out.
The great thing about this fucking clip, though, is that some of them are real and some of them are fake, and you can definitely tell which ones are fake.
Oh yeah,
I love
it.
it.
So fucking awesome though. Like when they first start like digging into his skin, you're like, oh shit, like it's about to get fucking gnarly with these tarantulas, man.
Well, he probably has the worst death out of most of these people. Because he's alive for a while. Those things are eating his eyeballs, eating his tongue, biting his nose and shit. Fuck that. But basically, this house becomes, it like only affects the people, I guess, that are in it. We realize that the woman, Emily, with the dog Dickie, who Liza's been talking to the whole time, is actually a ghost, which is fucking great.
Makes sense. Got the creepy eyes.
The white eyes. That's like when you see the woman like on the bridge, like that's
when her dog attacks her. That fucking scene when Dickie's like,
"Don't let them get me, Dickie, no."
That's wild shit.
But David Warbeck, who's you would think he's a cop, but he's actually a doctor at the hospital, is trying to help her figure out what's going on, and he gets sucked into the vortex also. And
the whole hospital scene shit is just next level fucking cool.
That's probably one of the best like zombie attack sequences that I've ever seen. When the fucking dude is just unloading on these zombies, and it's like super well lit, so you just see their heads exploding. There's a scene where you see the redheaded girl.
So much ammunition though. Like, where is he getting all those bullets?
Dude, I've never seen a revolver that could just keep going like that, man.
At one point, he loads a bullet into the fucking top of the gun.
Topless into the barrel. Shooting a musket. It's getting ready for them for the British.
Double loaded.
But I really enjoy the Beyond ending. Basically, the portal opens up. They walk through it. I guess going into the basement is the portal, and they are stuck in this fucking like hellscape, basically doomed to walk for eternity. Dude, this is such a downer.
Yeah, the music is fucking awesome.
All like the dead bodies like laying there, just like nothing in the distance, just gray.
I do like that they like exit the fucking hospital right back into the basement of the hotel. Like it's just a loop that they're stuck in. And they got the voice now.
And you will face the sea of darkness and all there is to explore.
The voiceover is probably one of the coolest aspects of this movie.
Dude, what a downer thing though. Like you think they escaped, but really they just went deeper in.
Yeah.
That's probably
really cool story. I wish there was more explanation to the ending as far as like the painting and stuff like that. How the guy in the beginning, why he was painting it.
From what I take from this whole thing is that Schweik was not bad. He was a good warlock or whatever, and he was the one keeping this thing at bay. And he was able to see into the beyond. But he was not, I take it as he was not actually bad.
From the beyond. He was just a seer of the beyond.
Yeah, like the Book of Avon and all that shit. That they talk about in the Book of Enoch. I think this one was this was Avon. Yeah, this one was Avon. City was the Book of Enoch. But I take it as he was like a good guy doing this, and he just painted what he saw. And then the whole thing of the painting bleeding and all that shit is just because the house is haunted and it's like fucked up, you know?
So,
and by him dying in the house, his corpse is corrupted.
I was going to say, so then like, why is he now a dick?
Because it's not him anymore. It's just the corpse, you know? Because the little girl is not a dick, but she turns into like a bad, zombie thing. So that's what I always took that as, that like he was actually a good guy, and these townspeople killing him, they killed an innocent man in the house, and that's what opens the gate.
Bummer,
you know? Yeah.
That checks out. I like it.
Yeah, and then they end up in the beyond. They go through the gate that was finally opened. The portal was complete. You know.
What name do you like better, the Beyond or the Seven Doors?
The Beyond, way better,
right?
Yeah. That's also why I like that movie, The Void, because it's like it's got the reference to the Beyond at the end. The ending is the same as this.
Oh, really? No
yeah,
shit.
Yeah. They do like the whole thing where they're like stuck in this alternate like area.
Rip off artist.
Lovecraftian, bro. I love it. I love it. Now, now we move to House by the Cemetery.
Banger track.
Yeah, this is it. This is my favorite. Just listen to the fucking backing. It's fucking awesome.
Oh, the shift is so good right there.
Yeah. See,
I wish it didn't go up a key there though. I wish it fucking.
Well, no, but then it hits back into it goes back into the main riff after that. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I love that fucking. It's not frizzy though, so whatever. It's all right.
Fuzzy.
It's still all right. Now, House by the Cemetery. I only have the Lightning Vestron video release of this. Yeah. But this is probably my favorite of all the releases. The painted
artwork is fucking awesome.
Yeah,
dude.
like the painted house with the cemetery in front of it. The fucking Freudstein hand with the bloody knife. I love that.
Although it doesn't really. I mean, it's a little misconstruing as far as like what you're gonna get. You know, you would think that's almost like a slasher movie from the way that the cover is.
Yeah, that's reused artwork, I believe. That's from something else. Well, yeah, I think so. But House by the Cemetery, this family moves into this house that is, well, they don't really know that it's haunted, and terrible things happen to them repeatedly. Another downer ending movie.
Dude.
What?
Yeah. Dr. Freudstein, dude. Interesting character.
It's Freudstein's house. Yeah. I could hear him. This one has another, more of it's a slasher vibe, supernatural slasher. Freudstein is a zombie, basically, like a Frankenstein type zombie that lives perpetually through stealing parts from his victims. Awesome concept, right? Pulled off very well. But tons of like, just crazy slasher shit in this. The woman that gets stabbed through the head and it comes out the front.
This is how this movie pretty much opens, dude.
Yeah. Damn.
Wrong house, bitch.
Butcher's knife through the back of the head and out the mouth. Like any fucking Fulci movie has to start big.
Oh, man.
Then you see him like fucking take her, right?
Yeah, I just had to put a little bit of that in there because I like the way she gets like dragged across the floor.
Yeah, you see one normal arm and then one like zombie fucking arm showing that he took somebody's, I think it was her boyfriend's.
Fresh arm.
Fresh arm. Sometimes you need to replenish that way. I do like that aspect of this, where he's stealing body parts to perpetually live. You have the little boy Bob in this. Everybody makes fun of the fucking voiceover. Doesn't really bother me. You get used to it after a while, but he befriends.
I can't stand Bob, dude.
He befriends a little girl who just appears out of nowhere, which you kind of get from the start that she's a ghost.
You see her in the picture and stuff from like, in the window and all that shit.
It's Freudstein's daughter. It's not really that hard to deduce from all the things that they show at certain. Actually, you see her headstone at one point. Yeah. But her mom is also out there as a ghost, which is kind of creepy.
The mom's headstone at one point. Too.
Yeah, I like that aspect of the movie where these ghosts are out there. You don't know if they're good or bad. Turns out the ghost is actually good. Well, the daughter is. The mom really is just kind of indifferent to the situation. But the daughter is trying to save Bob throughout the movie. Don't go in the house. Don't go in there. Don't go back. And he just keeps going like, nah, I'm cool. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine.
Dude. I mean,
you know what's pretty wild? The fucking neck cut in this.
This is actually really fucking cool. I like how it like has multiple like shots from different angles, and it's also got like a neck cut at different spots on the neck. It's not just like one spot that gets like hit up real quick.
Bob. Just cut over and over. This is the babysitter, right?
Yeah.
How do these movies still look good in HD? I don't get it.
Crisp, dude. Fucking Bob.
Look at that. Oh my God. Brutal. That's brutal.
Dude. Come on.
There he is. The man himself. I think people need to all go and just buy these fucking Blu-ray releases because you're missing fucking some crazy shit. It's the complete opposite of the version you would have saw in the early 90s. Even though the This version, the Vestron version, ain't too bad.
No, it's not edited to shit like you would think compared to fucking, the Beyond and stuff like that.
Yeah. What do you think when they finally fight back against Freudstein at the end?
Oh, dude, yeah. This is interesting. I don't know if I care for the ending of this movie too much, to be honest with you. I know you said it had like a decent ending, but this one's a little rough for me.
When they're fighting him and they fucking stab him in the gut and like all the maggots come out.
This is cool, but the ending itself. I mean, let's show this. Yeah,
let's. I'm jabbing the knife in and all the fucking
chocolate pudding
filled with just bugs. The dad's kind of a dick in this, but I guess he's also taken over by like the aura of the Freudstein house.
Yeah,
that thing just bleeding maggots.
I like that. He's like, oh, gross.
It took them so long to realize that this motherfucker was down here also.
Which is so weird. Like, he breathes so heavy. You couldn't fucking hear that guy out there fucking huffing around, dude.
So unfortunately for them, they don't make it, right? And Bob is basically sucked into the house forever like the little girl.
I was going to say, so Bob's dead, right?
That's how I take it, yeah, that they're all dead.
That's the questions I've always had about this movie is there's no winners here. Like, Bob doesn't make it out. He's just a fucking ghost now with these fucking bitches he doesn't even know.
Yeah.
Like some other weird family, dude.
Because they walk into like the fucking into the bushes together. All right.
That's
ghost
weird,
adoption. I do like that it's a downer ending. Dude,
it's kind of a downer ending. I mean,
it's definitely a downer ending.
Freudstein about Bob, I mean, fuck.
Well, Freudstein lives on. People are going to keep going to that fucking house and getting killed.
Yeah, I guess that's a downer.
Your main characters are all dead. They didn't make it. None of them.
I think. Well, yeah, I'm bummed about Catherine. I think she's the only one that I didn't want to die. But other than that, I don't care about any of these fucking people in this movie, bro. I think that's the problem with this one for me is the characters are so unfucking likable. It's just like you said, the dad's a fucking asshole, and it's just like I don't like let him die, dude. Whatever.
I don't know. Funny enough, the older I get, I start liking this one a little bit more. I don't know what it is. I never really watched. It's
always been the weak one for me of the trilogy.
Yeah, it's definitely my number 3, but I really feel like it's starting to get like, maybe I'm starting to get it. I don't know. It's pretty entertaining if you really think about it.
No, I mean, it's a Fulci film. To say it's this or that or whatever, it's still fucking probably head and heels above most films you're gonna watch as far as horror films.
Especially it's the early 80s. Things are just starting to ramp up.
Yeah, dude. I mean, this is like high-end Fulci dynamics you're getting here. Amazing camera work, cool fucking lighting. You're gonna get dynamic shots. I mean, great fucking gore. All the things that you want from a Fulci in an Italian horror film are all here. It's a little discombobulated. Yeah, they all are. I mean, that's the nature of like what Fulci was doing at the time. I think he's just a little bit all over the place. So his films kind of like
he was writing movies around the kill sequences. So
I mean, he had ideas for deaths, and how do we write movies about it? I mean, and it shows sometimes in some of the stuff that he does.
It's all right. I still love it.
I love it. There's nothing wrong with it.
They're all watchable. They're all good. But to me, The Beyond is the best of them. Has a little bit of everything. I don't know if it's because, like, when I went down to Louisiana, like, that's all I could think about was
fuck.
But funny enough, like The Gates of Hell, like City of the Living Dead, there's parts of that take place in New York City. I've seen them. I've been to the cemetery where they actually filmed that. It's just, I guess, because they were always in New York City for those movies, like the New York Ripper, Don't Torture a Duckling, all that bullshit. Like they were always in New York City. Yeah, but something about The Beyond and like the whole like Louisiana, New Orleans thing fits.
It's a good setting.
Yeah, it's a great setting for like a Lovecraftian horror film. Like a Lovecraftian based supernatural horror film. It's a creepy area to begin with. But I just
prefer the premise of City of the Living Dead, man.
It's more metal. City of the Living Dead's more metal, man. That's right.
It is. That's probably why I like it, dude. And the opening sequence is legitimately one of my favorite things I've ever watched in a movie. So, I mean, it's hard to beat that.
I do like how they're in like a Massachusetts town, but you hear like monkeys and orangutans like fucking yelling at each other in the distance.
So fucking funny.
What an odd choice for the fucking sound, right? It's all jungle creatures. But I definitely recommend watching all three of these. Do you have to watch them in order? Not necessarily. Should you? Probably. Most of them are available for free to watch somewhere. If not, I know The Beyond and I think House by the Cemetery are on Shudder. They may all be on Tubi or fucking what's the other one?
And they're all available to watch if you look them up. 100%.
Yeah, you can find these, but buy the fucking Blu-rays and shit, and buy the new 4K Beyond. Let's do it. Support these releases, so then we get more. All right, we'll get more. But Grizz, next Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@BadTasteVideo Podcast. What will we be covering?
Did we
decide?
Did we decide what we were covering?
Oh, you know what? Let's do. Do you
want to do Frozen Terror?
You want to do that, Macabre? Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, we're gonna do a Lamberto Bava early film, Frozen Terror, aka Macabre.
1980 as well, so it's
we'll keep it Italian. We'll keep it going next week at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on our YouTube channel. But we just want to throw this out there that starting on June 3rd, we will be moving to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@BadTasteVideo Podcast, because we feel it's a little bit easier for our West Coast listeners and even people in Central Time to, come join the chat and everything. It's kind of hard doing that at 6 o'clock. I mean, I know I'm fucking not even eating dinner yet at 6. So,
tough for me too.
Hey, we're going to try it. So June 3rd, 10 p.m. Be there or be square, I guess. I don't know. Do whatever you want.
We'll say.
But Grizz, it's time that we head over to the wide world of metal. And what do we have this week?
Dude, we have covered this band previously in the past, but they have just put out a new release, and it is so fitting that they have this new release out for us to cover. One Man Fucking Destroyer, and this guy is Seven Doors. Perfect fucking band name for this week. This is The Final Gate is the name of this release. Everything this guy does is absolutely fucking insanity, dude. He's a monster guitar player. He's a monster producer as far as how he puts these albums together. He does it all himself. He has multiple bands that are all equally as fucking good as Seven Doors is. So if you're into this, look up this guy and everything that he's doing. Let's get into this one a little bit, dude. Let's do the title track off of this, The Final Gate.
The Final Gate, not The Final Countdown.
No, not that.
The fucking production on this is so good, right? I'll say that before.
Yeah, it's so fucking
There you go, man. As you're washing your car at the self-serve car wash, blasting this.
Dude, honestly, you fucking failed me, dude. God damn it. This is Ryan Wills. He is, like I said, one man dude out of the United Kingdom. He is, goddamn, dude, the list of things that he has been a part of is insane. But the two active bands that I absolutely fucking love that he's doing, besides Seven Doors, is Grave Ghoul. Grave Ghoul's last fucking release is insanity. And same thing with Tenebro, another fucking awesome band, all based on horror movies. Every single one of his bands is kind of just like this. It's just fucking horror metal, man. I can't get enough of it. Let's give him a little bit of this solo action this guy does with some Deep River Savages.
This shows that he's a fucking ripper, right? There it is.
Fucking wailing at it. Dude, I love how steady he is on that fucking bar.
I can never get anything to sound good like this. Look at that groove.
coming out with that fucking riff.
Very Slayer-esque.
Crushes. Dude fucking crushes, dude.
It's like Slayer riffs with like an actual death metal production, right?
And like the vocals are very fucking like early Chris Barnesy, dude. Like this is this dude like is doing everything I wish I could be doing. Like my hat's off to this guy.
You gotta take some medication, I think, to channel yourself.
Yeah. Let's finish up the review here with a beautiful stuffed corpse. Another amazing groove.
This artwork looks like it was based on what's it called? The Video Dead. So sick.
Vocals fucking rule.
Dude, I love this shit. I love the production. He's a great guitar player, great vocalist. Just we've covered him before. What'd you say?
He's doing the drumming as well, and it doesn't sound overly like programmed drums.
Yeah, it sounds like real drums.
They sound like real drums. I'm pretty sure this dude is just
he's a ripper.
Fucking monster.
He's a ripper. Yeah. Grizz, where could they find this?
Seven Doors is available on Spotify, Bandcamp, YouTube. You can go to the Bandcamp and you can pick up the new album. All like the actual hard copies, the cassettes, the vinyls are all sold out. But you can buy the digital album for £2. I don't know what the fuck that is in dollars. Maybe like $1 or $2 and a quarter or some shit.
Not that much more or less.
Yeah.
I don't know the
conversion. More. I know that we got to pay
definitely more.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely check them out. Grizz, before we end this, you went and saw a Fulci related band. Let's do this.
Shit. Yeah, dude. So I went to Pittsburgh Saturday. Met a fucking ton of awesome people, man. Viano, a longtime fucking listener, awesome fucking dude who's always hit us up. Got to meet him finally. Kindred spirit for sure, dude. Me and that dude fucking get it. He was a lot of fun to hang out with. But man, seeing Fulci, they are so fucking good. If you guys have a chance to see these guys on tour with Cannibal Corpse coming up right now throughout the fall, do not miss a chance to see this band. It especially if you fucking get into Fulci films as much as me and Mike do.
Very relevant.
Very relevant. They don't deviate, dude. Every fucking thing is about Fulci. Throughout the whole fucking set, you're seeing Fulci films projected in different, like, stylized versions of Fulci clips and shit being played. Amazing. Like, legitimately sounds just as good, if not better, live than they do on their recordings. And I hate when I go see a death metal band and it's hollow sounding and it's just not there.
This was heavy.
Heavy, dude. Super
Tropical
good.
Sun,
the whole show was pretty weird though, as a whole. I'm not a hardcore guy, as we've talked about plenty of times on the show. I can appreciate the family community that they try to build for themselves. But it was weird because like it was Fulci and Peeling Flesh were the two bands I was going to see. Peeling Flesh absolutely fucking blew my mind as well. But in between all of that was like straight up hardcore. There was a band from Jersey that was like Jersey hardcore.
There you go.
A lot of Pittsburgh hardcore stuff going on. This band Haywire like filmed a music video and people lost their fucking minds.
There you go.
The dude did like a front flip off of the fucking speaker and shit. I mean, it was wild as fuck to see. Just not my scene, dude. Yeah. Like I can appreciate how fucking rowdy and energized the kids are in that.
It's just not for you,
dude. I was an old man, dude. Are you kidding me? Like,
yeah, that's why I don't go to shit anymore.
There was other, dudes my age and older there for sure, but I'm looking around and I'm like, about 80% of these people are a good 10 years fucking younger.
Yeah, you're the old man now. You're the fucking gray beard out there.
Dude,
it is what it is. But you recommend people go see that tour if it comes through?
Dude, you do not You do not want to miss Fulci. If you're a death metal head, you got a chance to see him. That's a band that you will not be fucking disappointed with.
Nice. There we go. Oh, yeah. Grizz, is there anything else that you want to mention?
Dude, this was such a fucking fun episode. I fucking love doing this. Being the diehard Fulci fans that we are, this was just a lot of fun for me to finally kind of kick back and forth these 3 films. Like you said, we were never going to do these, individually.
It would take hours also for us to really go in depth. So we thought
we went long tonight, dude. 10, 12. Like, that's fucking dope. We get a little bit extra here. So like you said, coming up, we are going to be moving to 10 o'clock. So make sure people fucking
tune in,
jump on that. Yeah, I hope it'll be good, man. I hope people are on the West Coast can appreciate the new time slot.
There we go. Grizz, where can I find you on the internet?
You can find me on Instagram at Kane_enabler.
And you can find me at Bad Taste Video. And you can find everything we do at www.badtastevideo.com. We stream every Tuesday night at 9 p.m., soon to be 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@badtastevideo podcast. Can't wait to see you guys next time with Frozen Terror, aka Macabre, some Lamberto Bava shit.
It's been so long.
Some pre-Demons Bava, I believe. Right. But I want to thank everybody for coming. I want to thank everybody for listening. If you can't catch us live, you can always go on our YouTube channel, watch the videos whenever you want, or you can catch the podcast version that's released every Thursday morning. But we will see you next Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on our YouTube channel. Thank you for coming. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.